fair value gaps, FVGs, explained simply, because I know everybody on YouTube has made trading seem like it's the hardest thing in the world, and that's why you don't want to trade. But I'm gonna explain it to you like a regular black man, as simply as I possibly can, so you can understand this and you can actually start making money how all these other people on Instagram and all these people are making money with this skill of trading. So today I'm going to go over fair value gaps. So this is a no bullshit guide on how to use fair value gaps, explained simply. All right, so here I have 3 characteristics of what a fair value gap is. Okay, so a fair value gap is characterized by a huge, obnoxious, impulsive candle. It's gonna be like this, for example, in an uptrend, and you're gonna know what's a huge, obnoxious, impulsive candle because you're gonna see it. It's those candles that you look at in the market and you're like, yeah, the Matrix definitely did this. The banks definitely did this. This is some type of manipulation. There's no reason why this candle is this big. Okay, so whenever you see those huge, obnoxious candles, look to the left. Okay, because the next characteristic is you want to make sure that it breaks a high or a low. So find those big obnoxious candles, look to the left, did it break a high or a low? In this case, it did break a high. That means we had a break of structure right here. So once you find that impulsive candle that has broken past a high or a low, next thing you want to do is make sure the next candle prints. This is important because the next thing you're going to do, you're going to draw a box starting from the wick of the candle before, and then you're going to connect it with the wick of the candle afterwards, and you're going to drag this out, and this is going to be your box. Okay, so now you just drew a fair value gap. So now all you got to do is just wait for price to do its thing. It's going to play around a little bit. It's going to eventually get back into this box because this box is essentially a retest area. Just like support and resistance, whenever it's broken past, it usually comes back and retests it. That's the same thing we do with fair value gaps. Okay, so the same principle would apply. You wait for it to get back into this box. You wait for some type of engulfing or some type of confirmation that tells you that you should enter the market, and then you would simply buy, and then you make money just like that, just by using a fair value gap. So now I'm gonna show you an example of a fair value gap. So right in front of me, we have an uptrend market. The next candle is a huge, obnoxious candle. Once again, you will not miss these huge, obnoxious candles because this is clearly some matrix manipulation, right? So the next step is to look to the left. Did it break a high or a low? In this case, yes, it did break these highs right here, right? Okay, perfect. So we have an obnoxious candle. It broke past a high. Next step is to wait for the next candle to form. Perfect. Now that next candle is formed, now we have the wicks that we need before and afterwards, so that way we can draw the fair value box. Okay, so we're gonna take the rectangle tool, we're gonna draw it from the wick of the candle before, connect the wick of the candle afterwards, and we're gonna drag this out as our fair value gap. Once again, this is our retest zone where we wanna see price come back into it, so that way we can look for some type of confirmation, and then we can buy going back in the trend direction. Once again, if you guys are a beginner, use these fair value gaps in the direction of the trend. Trend is your friend, okay? We're just gonna wait for price to get back into this box. You wanna see candles get into the box, not necessarily wicks.
Come on, let's get back into this box. This one, see, sometimes it doesn't happen immediately, so let's see, let's just wait for price to get back.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, we missed that one. That was a huge, obnoxious candle. I didn't really see any confirmation here anyway, so that's fine. Let's just keep playing around. Let's see if price ends up going back into this box, or if it just ends up going up without us. Okay, we're back in the box. That's good. Okay, we're definitely back in the box. Can we get some type of engulfing? In order for it to engulf, I want to see it get a close above this red body candle right here.
See it close.
Okay, perfect. That's an engulfing because we got a green body candle closing above this red body candle. So that's an indication that the buyers are most likely coming back into this market. I'm going to take a buy right here. When it comes to these liquidity concepts, a lot of times you can just aim for the next high or next low. That's what we call drawing liquidity, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with the boring concepts. I'm trying to explain this as simply as possible. Let's see if we win this trade. Okay, perfect. We won that trade just using that fair value gap. As long as you're able to spot these obnoxious candles breaking these highs or lows, and you know exactly how to draw these fair value boxes, these are going to now become your areas of interest. Anytime price gets in this area, that's when you're going to look for some type of entry, so that way you can go back in the trend direction. Because once again, I want you guys, if you guys are beginners, to please just use the fair value gaps in the trend direction. It'll make it so much easier for you. As you get more advanced, you can start using it for reversals and this and that. okay? So I'm gonna show you an example of a fair value gap in a downtrend. A fair value gap is this box right here. So the first characteristic of a fair value gap is a huge, obnoxious, impulsive candle. You'll know exactly when you see these obnoxious candles. Next thing you wanna do once you see these obnoxious candles is look to the left, because that's the past, and you wanna see if this obnoxious candle broke past a high or a low. Since we're in a downtrend market right here, we see that this obnoxious candle broke past this low. So here we saw that it broke past this low. So after you see this obnoxious candle break past this low, the next thing you wanna do is just make sure that you wait for the next candle to print. That's very important because now we can draw this fair value gap. So how we draw this fair value gap is taking the box tool on TradingView, and we're gonna draw it from the wick of the candle before and connect it with the wick of the candle afterwards, and now we have this fair value gap. So now you gotta do is just wait for price to play around. It's gonna do its thing. It's eventually going to get back in this box. You can treat it just like support and resistance. It gets broken and then eventually it gets retested. That's exactly what a fair value gap is. It's an area where you wanna see price retest. And since you guys are beginners, just please start off by using fair value gaps that are going in the trend direction. So here I have a downtrend. So here we have this big impulsive candle, broke past the low. Now we're just waiting for it to retest in this box so that way we can go back in the downtrend direction and you make money just like that. That's literally all you have to do to use a fair value gap. So now I'm gonna show you an example of a fair value gap in a downtrend market. All right, so right in front of me, I clearly have a downtrend market. Next candle is going to be this huge, obnoxious candle. Definitely some manipulation, some matrix bank bullshit. We get this huge obnoxious candle. Next step, wait for the next candle to print. Now that we have the next candle printed, now we have the wick of the candle before, wick of the candle afterwards. We're gonna take this rectangle tool, we're gonna connect the wick of the candle before, the wick of the candle afterwards, and now we have our fair value gap. Now all we gotta do is just wait for price to get back into this box, and then we can go back in the trend direction and look for a sell. Okay, price is back in this box. This is good. Now we just want to wait for some type of confirmation. If you guys follow me, I'm usually looking for some type of engulfing or something like that. Let's see if we can get an engulfing in this box. Okay, perfect. We have an engulfing right there. We have a red seller's body candle engulfing a buyer's body candle. Okay, so that means the sellers are most likely taking control right here. So I'm going to go in for a sell and let's see what happens. There you go. Made money. Just like that, using a fair value gap. It's really that easy. Just remember that obviously the market isn't always going to be this clean all the time. Confirmation isn't always going to be that clean, but that is just of how to use a fair value gap in a downtrend. So I just showed you an example of a fair value gap in an uptrend as well as a downtrend. Now, one of the other characteristics I wrote here is that the candle wick before and after cannot overlap. Okay, so I'm gonna show you an example of that. So that way you guys don't draw fair value gaps wrong. So clearly we are in a downtrend market. Next candle is one of these huge obnoxious candles and it seems to be breaking past these lows right here on the left. All right, so next candle forms. So now we can draw a fair value gap, right? No, the wicks are overlapping. The wick of the candle before is right here. The wick of the candle after is right here. We literally don't even have any space to draw a box. What are you gonna try to draw like a diagonal box here? We can't even do that. Okay, so in these instances, you cannot use this as a fair value gap. Unfortunately, you just gotta let that go. It is what it is. That is not a fair value gap. You need to actually have a gap between the wicks of the candle before and the candle afterwards in order for it to actually be a fair value gap, okay? All right, so honestly, that is fair value gaps explained simply by a nigga. Okay, so some additional tips I'm gonna leave you guys with is that sometimes gaps can also be used as fair value gaps. I'll show you an example. All right, so as you guys can see right here, we have a gap in the market. Now, why this happens is because the previous day was Friday, the next day is Sunday when the market opens back up. Now, the reason gaps form is because even though the markets are closed on the weekend, money is still circulating. So whatever price it ends up at from all that circulation over the weekend is where the market is going to open back up at. Now, these gaps can also be used as fair value gaps because the market tends to always want to rebalance. So just like how we have this gap right here, we can literally take from the wick of the candle before and the wick of the new opening candle, and we can use that as a gap. And let's just see if price comes back to retest it. I'm telling you, watch this. Okay, so we're back in the box. So now we just gotta wait for some type of confirmation. As you get more advanced with FVGs, you can start to use limit orders and stuff like that. But since you guys are beginners, still look for confirmation. Once again, we are in a downtrend, so I should be looking for some type of sell in this FVG, okay? You always wanna use these FVGs in the trend direction, especially if you guys are a beginner. What I want to see is for price to get below this candle right here. This is the last green body candle, so I want to see if the sellers can get below it, because that will tell me that the sellers are most likely taking control. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm be real with you, that's enough for me. I also see these lower highs forming here, so I'm going to take a sell right here. I like to go for a 1 to 2. Let's see if we can get a 1 to 2 on this. And just like that, we made money. Just using a gap as a fair value gap. Gaps can also be used as fair value gaps. Quick tip by Apollo. Just understand that nothing in trading is 100%, because I don't want people saying I used the fair value gap and it didn't work. Nothing is guaranteed in trading. It's all probabilities. But if you continuously use these fair value gaps in the trend direction as I'm showing you, I guarantee you probably win more than you actually lose. And if you have a good risk to reward, it doesn't even matter if you win more than you lose, because you have good risk to reward. One win is going to make up for your losses. Get your psychology right. Make sure you guys are using risk management. Understand the FVGs are not going to work every single time. You don't have to wait for confirmation every single time. However, as a beginner, I would recommend that you guys wait for confirmation. As you get more advanced, you can use limit orders and you'll start to recognize patterns as to where the best place is to enter. Sometimes you'll just get really intuitive with it and you'll be able to know, okay, the market's most likely going to move right now, and you just enter. But as a beginner, make sure you just use confirmation when using these fair value gaps. So now I'm going to show you guys an example of me making $1,500 on a funded account with Top Step using a fair value gap, and I'll leave you guys with that. All right, we're closing in on our take profit for $1,500. Just like that, we just made $1,500 on this live funded account on Top Step. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video of trading simplified, please, please, please just leave a like on this video. Comment below what concept you want me to go over next, and I will go over that concept. I will see you guys next time. Trading is not hard. I promise you, trading is the easiest thing in the world. I can explain it to you like a baby if you want. If you want more of my insights, or if you guys want to learn more trading from me, you guys can just click the link in the description, join the Discord. I have a free course. You guys can ask me questions, whatever it is. This has been Trading Simplified. Stop watching all those YouTube channels that's making trading seem like rocket science, because trading can be easy. You guys are just learning from the people that are trying to make it hard for you. So that way they can sell you signals and they can make money off of you. So I just explained fair value gaps for you guys. Go on the charts, go practice, go back test, go get your muscle memory right so you guys can see these fair value gaps. And eventually you'll be able to make money just using this simple concept I just explained to you. And then you too can be a digital nomad and make money like all these people on Instagram that are trading and making money. Because when you can make USD anywhere in the world, you can go to countries like this, and just making $1,000 in a week is enough to last you for a month or even more. Trading is definitely a gateway to self-improvement as well as a gateway to freedom, so I will advocate for it. If you guys want to learn more from me, you guys can click the link in the description, join the community, and I will see you guys in paradise. I hope this is death to your current matrix. I hope I made trading seem a lot easier than you thought it was, to innovate and evolve until paradise.